If you were to ask a random person on the street what the state of West Virginia is best known for, you might get a lot of blank stares. But if you're an overlander living east of the Mississippi, the likelihood is you may have heard of West Virginia because of this place, the Canaan Loop. Are you looking for classic Appalachian mountain scenery? You'll find it here. Would you like to drive a beginner trail with just enough obstacles to be challenging? Were you hoping to find scenic dispersed camping? If you answered yes to any of these questions, the Canaan Loop is for you. Bill and I managed to scrape together almost 5 days of vacation over the 4th of July, and so we just had to figure out where are we going this time. So when our reserved dispersed camping in Pennsylvania was canceled for logging activity, well, we had to find an alternative. In West Virginia and Virginia, they were a much better option when Reacher decided he was driving up from Georgia. To make this trip even better, Tristan was in from Utah for the holiday and could join us. Bill and Tristan left bright and early on July 3rd to drive down in the JKU, but me, I had to work about a half a day, so I came down later in the day. Before I left, Bill gave me strict instructions to make sure that I aired down all 6 of those tires before I started driving on the Canaan Loop, because he really wanted to make sure that that trailer was not going to get damaged. Thankfully, airing down with the Morphlate system, it's easy enough that even I can do it. I remembered to put the valve stem caps back on the Gladiator, but for some reason, when I did the trailer, let's just say those valve stem caps are probably still sitting somewhere in West Virginia. This area of West Virginia is not known for good cell phone coverage. Although pretty much every call we tried was dropped, the boys did get me just enough information by text, so I knew where to look for their camp. If you didn't know any better, this particular entrance would look like just one of thousands of other small residential roads in West Virginia. But this one, it's special because this is the 14-mile Canaan Loop Road. Welcome to the Canaan Loop Road. The boys are already towards the other end of the road. They didn't find camping until almost way back here. So since I followed down later, I just aired down at the entrance to the Canaan Loop right here. And we're going to follow the trail in. I've been told it's a lot of potholes and a little rough, so we aired down to make sure the trailer gets a little bit easier ride on the way in. The hard part is over here, but it sounds like we're going to be camping somewhere in here. So let's see how it goes. The Canaan Loop Road is paved for about 1/3 of a mile after you leave State Route 32 outside of Davis, West Virginia. Although there's room to air down right next to the state route, this is actually a better place to stop and do that, right at the end of the pavement. The first 10 miles of the Canaan Loop Road after you leave State Route 32 are easy, graded, and gravel. This part of the track is accessible even to most two-wheel drive vehicles. Okay, Bill, I'm driving slow, I promise. The trailer is being treated very nicely, so don't worry too much about the trailer. It should make it in one piece, or 4 or 5, so we'll get there, don't worry. It's beautiful, it's okay. The Canaan Loop is well known for its free dispersed camping, but there are only 7 of those official sites along this road. More often than not, you may find every single campsite already occupied. Given the nature of this part of the road, you may also find them occupied by large RVs or other two-wheel drive vehicles. There appear to be a few sites past where this road starts to get more challenging, and those are the ones you're more likely to find open. This is the Canaan Loop. It's pretty, it's relatively easy so far. Just a little bit of puddles here and a couple of potholes, but really beautiful ravine off to the left of this one. Often some little waterfalls tumbling down. It's a little narrow here and there. Be aware that there are a lot of places. That's a little rough. Be careful because I've got the trailer on. There are a lot of places where you're going to run into two-wheel drive minivans and other things coming the other way. Though I haven't seen any for a little while since I hit the narrow section. Literally, this ravine probably falls 50 to 100 feet down below me on the left. I wish I could do it justice in these pictures, but I can't. I have not seen an orange case yet. I was told that the campsite that we have, they left an orange case at the entrance, but I'm not really even to the hard part yet. It's just a narrow part. So hopefully I won't run across anybody coming the other way. So far, so good. Beautiful little trail. Around 10 miles in from State Route 32, you'll find this parking area for the Table Rock Trailhead. Because I was already running behind and couldn't communicate with the boys, I knew I didn't have time to stop and hike it today. This 2.2-mile easy trail takes you up to a beautiful overlook, so I'd highly recommend it if you have the time. The last time Bill and I drove the Canaan Loop, we found this sign just past the Table Rock Trailhead. When I was here on July 3rd, that sign was no longer there. But in the next half mile after the Table Rock Trailhead, expect the road to start to get more challenging. I missed it. There was a bear. A little bear just ran across. You want to bet he's gone. Oh, that was awesome. I'm so sorry I missed that. It was a little black bear. It just ran right across the road. That was cool. Ha! Missed it on the camera. Before you even expect it, that easy, gravel, level 1 kind of road, it's going to suddenly turn into a level 3, muddy, rocky, pinstriping mess. At this point, I was wondering whether maybe I'd missed that orange case that the boys said they'd put out so I could find the campsite. But I was pretty sure that I hadn't. And besides, it was almost impossible for me to consider turning around this trailer on this section of the trail. If I'd had any cell signal at all in this area, I probably would have tried to text or call Bill or Tristan to figure out where I was headed. And although I had another method of communication right at the ends of my fingertips, it never even occurred to me that it was there. And so all I could do was keep driving and hope that my now somewhat lagging confidence would eventually be rewarded by the sight of an orange case. Love this trail. Absolutely gonna love this trail. And about when I was ready to get a little bit more nervous, then I saw it. But it wasn't a splash of orange I saw. Instead, it was a splash of red. Bill had come to find me.
So you don't have this on, I take it?
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot.
Oh, crap, I've been trying to talk to you for an
I
hour
am
and a half.
sorry, honey. Well, I haven't even...
to the point I was worried.
I haven't even been close enough for an hour and a half. There, now I've got it on. Now I don't need it on, right? I saw a bear.
Did you really?
Yeah, he ran so fast across the road. I was like, black fuzz. Oh my gosh, it's a bear. Turn the camera on. It was too late.
Did you get him in the shot?
No, I don't think I did. Yeah, it was very sad. I didn't have my camera on. It's
How much set?
So you want me to move everything?
Where do you want me to set? Is the room back there or something?
You can drive. I'll do some filming. How far are we?
It's a piece. I don't know. I feel like I've been walking for 10, 15 minutes maybe.
Okay. And so that's how I ended up here, walking that last 10 to 15 minutes into camp. Now, where were we before that interruption? It was a little deep, just about up to my knees in that one spot. You're not careful where you're driving. Mud and rocks, sploogey mud and rocks. It's my new favorite word, splooge. I don't know what it means either. Don't ask. I knew we must be close to that campsite when Rue came out on the road to greet us. But, as always, she was more interested in sticking with those vehicles than hanging out with me. If you've watched any of our recent videos, you'll notice that we've made several changes to this Gladiator since our trip to Kentucky. The rack is a fishbone half rack that we got from a local dealer at a decent discount. The rooftop tent is an iCamper Mini 3.0 that we found used at a good discount through Facebook Marketplace. Tyler, wherever you are, I'm so glad you decided to go with a different setup on your truck, and I hope you're enjoying it. Because I'll tell you this, I'm really enjoying the iCamper. Since Kentucky, we've also added a decked system that we found used at a deep discount and a 270 awning from Open Road. Bill also added a leveling kit and rear airbags, which means those 37-inch tires, they feel even taller. Because of that additional height, Bill suggested I should use a tire step to try and make setup easier. Note to self, don't try to put the tire step away and have it collapse on your hand, because it hurts. Luckily, it's fine. It's just red. Are you going to fix me? Onions. That's a lot of onions.
It's more than I meant.
It's okay. Use what you can. Cornbread? Very cool. So what is this?
I don't know.
You don't know? You just cooked it?
Ground beef gravy.
Okay. So ground beef gravy and beans and tater tots and cornbread. Is this exactly what you wanted for your birthday dinner?
For sure.
I can tell. After enjoying that excellent dinner and some birthday cake, there was nothing left to do but get some sleep so we're ready for the next morning. Rue, I don't know if I've ever known a dog so tired that they used a rock as a pillow. And you don't seem to care at all right now, do you?
It's got to be more comfortable than just the ground. So.
I guess, but a rock?
At least it's the correct posture.
That's true. She's a smart dog. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you'll come back next time when we finish the rest of the Canaan Loop. You know how that first part of the Canaan Loop is easy gravel road? Don't expect that from these last couple miles. And any drive in this area wouldn't be complete without a stop at Lindy Point and Blackwater Falls. But as to whether we're going to make it to that dispersed camp that we have our eyes set on, you're just going to have to come back then and find out. But in the meantime, go out and find your own adventure.